this video, we'll be talking about how we can use files in C#. Normally, when you write code, you need to save things to file or read from files, sometimes. So, let's go ahead and create a project for working with files. I'll go ahead and open up that project and remove the dummy text that was here. So next thing I need to do is, let me say I have this text. Today is a very beautiful day and I want to save that into a text file. So what I can do is call the file library, but before I can use that, I need to import the system.io namespace. The system.io namespace lets us work with input and output operations in C#. So once I've done that, I can call file.writeAllTexts. Then I need to specify the directory I want to put the file and the file name and also the text I want to put in there. Now for the file directory, I need to locate where this folder is on my system. So I need to go over here, open this in my file explorer and then save it inside here. So I'll copy the folder part here and then paste that in here. And then also I need to specify my file name. I could put this anywhere. I could put this in drive C, I could put it anywhere I want, but I need to specify the file name here. I'll call this a nice message, and I need to specify also the file extension. And for this to work properly, I need to escape these characters, these backslashes. We'll talk about that when we get into strings a little bit. If I try to run this, I'll run into a problem. So if I try to do dotnet run, specify the project, I would run into an issue here that's telling me I have not escaped about 4 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 5 of them. And also, I'm missing a semicolon over here. So what I need to do is turn this into a string literal by putting the @ symbol in front of the string. If I run this again now, I would see that I'm able to write this file successfully to my directory. And if I look over here, I see a new file called somenicemessage.txt. I can open that up and see the content of it. I can modify this code also to show some other nice things. So I can say, why don't you go ahead and have fun? And what I'll do in there is I'll just run this code again, this bit of code again, and what will happen is this file will be overwritten and then the new content will be in the file. But of course, I can modify it such that it does not overwrite the file, but instead appends things to the file. So I could first read the file. I could say file dot read all lines or read all texts, and then specify the directory of the file. I'll just copy this directory here plus the file name, and then once I'm done reading that, let me actually try to output that to the console. And let me disable these lines of code for now. Let me run this. I should see the content of the text. So once I've read the file, I can now modify the content of the file. But of course, I can also do a little bit of check. So I could do if this file exists or not. So I could say var does file exist. Then I will call the file.exists method of the file system. Then I'll put in the directory of the file And then of course I would also want to show if this file exists or not, and then run the file. Though if the file exists, it will show me true. If not, it will show me false. But I need to end this statement and try to run this again. You know what? I'll clear the screen and then run the program again. I should get a true because the file exists. If the file does not exist, I can make decisions based on that. Remember, our making decisions project. So what I can do after I've read the file out is I can now decide to go ahead and modify this code and say nice content text dot, or I can say plus equals, then I put a new line. And then I go ahead and say, hey, it was fun today. I've read the file, I'm modifying the content, and I can also go ahead and actually override the new content of this file with the things that I've added. And if I run this, we will see that the content of the file will change. There's a little bit of problem here now. There's a problem on, oh, I'm missing this bit. It should be nice content that I put in here. Then let me run this again, and all things should be fine now. Today is a very beautiful day. We go out and have fun. It's what was outputted to the console. But if you look into the file, we'll see there's a new line that says, hey, it was fun today. That is the content that we added just in our code. And there's a lot of things you can do with files. You can check the last access time of the file and all this kind of thing. So let me actually go back in here and try to find when last this file was accessed. So let me append a new line of code here and say console.writeLine. This file was last accessed, and I put file dot get last access time. Then I put in, of course, the directory of the file. And of course, I should remember to end the line. Let me try this. See, this was the time I accessed the file last, February 1, 2021 at 11:12 a.m. GMT 00. You know what? I should put a space in here, and this should be fine from now on. Alright, that's it about files. I hope you liked it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you will get notifications when I post new videos on this channel. See you in another video. Goodbye.